Hi guys, in this video we are going to learn about long division. So we're gonna use the examples below to understand how does repeated subtraction contribute to long division. Without wasting any time, let's get started. In division, the number that is being divided is called a dividend. And the number that we are dividing by is called a divisor. And the answer to a division problem is called a quotient. So in long division, we replace the division sign with a stage and then we write the dividend inside the stage and then we write the divisor outside the stage and then we write our quotient above the stage. Now division is simply a repeated subtraction. So to divide a 35 by 7, we simply subtract a 7 from a 35 until we get a 0. And then we're gonna say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 7 inside the 35. So the answer here should be 5. But we can do this subtraction process in a faster way. So instead of subtracting the 7 each and every single time, we can just say 35, and then we can subtract all the 7s. So it's 5 7s. So we're going to subtract 5 times a 7, which is also a 35. So 35 minus 5 times 35 is a 0. So the answer here is a 5. So this means there are 5 groups of 7 inside a 35. Let's apply the same idea here. So first, we're going to break down the 162 into its place values. So 162 can be written as 120 plus 42. So first we can subtract 20 groups of 6. Which is 120. So 120 minus 120 is a 0. So the 120 cancels. And then we bring down the 42. And then now we can subtract 7 groups of 6, which is a 42. So 42 and 42 will cancel, and our remainder here is a 0. So we had 20 groups of 6 and 7 groups of 6, which is 27. So the answer to this question is 27. Let's apply the same idea here. So first, we're going to break down 3,588 into some place values. So we're going to break it down into 2,400 plus 1,080 plus 108. Then first we're going to subtract 200 groups of 12. Which is 2,400. So 2,400 and 2,400 will cancel. And then we bring the remainders down. Now we're going to subtract 90 groups of 12. Which is 1,080. So 1,080 and 1,080 will cancel. Then we break down our remainder. So now we're going to subtract 9 groups of 12. So note that 9 groups of 12s are equal to 108. So 108 and 108 will cancel. And the remainder here is a 0. So therefore we had 200 groups of 12 and 90 groups of 12 and 9 groups of 12, which is 299. So the answer to this question is 299. So sometimes a number will not divide exactly into another number. So I will show you how to react to that situation. We have a similar problem here, but on the last step, we're going to have a remainder because we're going to cancel 108 and 108, and our remainder is a 2. So 2 cannot be written as a multiple of 12. So it is the remainder. So the answer to this question is 299 and the remainder of 2. So this is how you write this. You're going to write 299 and the remainder is a 2. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in a future video.